going. Good morning, everybody. How you doing today? My name's Andrew.
I'm Daniel.
I'm Grandpa.
Hi, I'm Joel.
I'm Lauren. I'm Aunt Becky.
I'm Ralph.
I'm Tracy. I'm Megan.
And we're some of the Veggie Boys.
And girls.
And we'd like to thank you for stopping by. If you're new here, consider subscribing because we can do a lot of things on the farm, but one thing we can't do is grow this channel without your help. Welcome back, everybody. We've been working on feeding the animals this morning. When people watch our videos, they're actually pretty surprised when they see that we have animals. On our farm, we have about 200 layers, about 200 broiler chickens, and 52 beef cattle in total. I just thought to myself, I haven't talked about the animals much lately, so I thought I'd go a little more in depth in our feeding this morning. And when it comes to our animals, we're very fortunate that we have our own grinder. This machine here allows us to mix the grain for our animals, so we know what our animals eat. That way the customers that buy our product know what our animals were eating. I think that's one of the biggest things that our customers appreciate about the videos. They get to see how we take care of the animals, how we raise the food that they eat. I think that's pretty cool.
We are putting all of this pasta into little baggies to sell. So this is what I've gotten done. And then Megan did Reese's and parsley. And we have those boxes to do left.
The girls have been working really, really hard because of the holiday that just happened over the weekend. They actually had 2 pallets to go through that were like stacked this high. And this is all they've got left. So these girls have been working really, really hard.
Right now I am bagging up spring mix and I just did some spinach, as you can see over there.
And by the way, our greenhouse, completely empty. So we got a call from one of our neighbor farmers. They plant trees and they do hemp. They ran out of trees to plant, so they asked us if we could do one of their fields for them. So right now we're going to look at the field and see what we think.
Field looks like it needs a lot of work, but we'll be able to get that taken care of.
Joel and I are out at the sweet corn where we laid this bio mulch. And as you can see, this mulch has not broken down completely. It's broken down quite a bit. However, we're gonna have to go through and slice some of it. As you can see, our sweet corn over here is looking really, really good. It did pretty well underneath the mulch. And since everything's been doing well under the mulch, we wanna make sure we come through and slice it. It shouldn't take too long. This mulch is breaking down a lot better than that mulch did over there. So we only have a few areas that need to be sliced. Isn't the most ideal situation when it comes to the sweet corn, but it did so well for us last year, we don't mind the little extra effort that you have to put in. And we are expecting this sweet corn to come earlier than our other stuff, so if you want an earlier product, you got to work a little harder for it.
Last time I did this, I had a plastic pipe, and now I got a metal pipe. You got to upgrade to the metal pipe for the dirt.
It's definitely not a hard job. It is a little time consuming because you have to walk through, but like we mentioned earlier, we want the early corn, we got to put the work in. And wow, look at the tomatoes. They're starting to get taller. The shaft that the discs sit on broke on this side, so we had to get a new one. Now we're just putting it back together.
Make sure you just put it on the right way, not the left way. Look at this nice art sculpture we're making.
Matt, what are you doing?
Devil did he play? What time did you get here?
Oh, a couple minutes ago.
I have a thingy and a thingy.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that one's got to come off.
At least Joel's the only one tall enough to get hit in the head.
If anyone's wondering why there's 5 of us working on this thing, it's because it's almost lunchtime.
I'm ready for lunch.
No, I got it, I just had to.
Woo! I'm number uno.
3.
Okay.
Now that was light.
We just got this row of discs put on. We have all the bolts in. All that's left to do is tighten it up, but we're gonna do that after lunch.
I am tightening bolts. Ooh, that's tight. I'm gonna need the old man bar.
Now, Daniel messed up and forgot to put the logo on the outside. Now it's right.
My phone twice.
I'm getting ready to plant corn.
Now, Dan, what are you gonna do about this corn that's in there?
Just gonna plant it.
You can't do that.
What's he thinking? I know fractions. Won't be long till we be getting the combine out and harvesting that corn. A lot of you wonder how we farm in Pennsylvania with rocks. This is how.
Since we finished up with the disc and the planter, we're getting ready to go out and plant some cabbage. I've got red cabbage, Joel's got Savoy, and then Ralph has some Chinese cabbage. When it comes to red cabbage, Chinese cabbage, and Savoy, we really don't plant a lot. So we just put it all into sales and take what we need. We're out in the field where we planted our earlier cole crops, and as you can see, everything looks really, really good. It's starting to get a lot of nice size to it. From looking around, I don't see too many weeds, which is really good. Means we don't have to start cultivating yet, but everything looks super nice. I just talk to myself all the time now. Like Lauren, I was literally narrating to Lauren like what I was doing with the cabinet the other day while I was putting it together. It's been a long time since all of us have been on the planter together.
I have never planted.
The planter is doing a really nice job with the plants. Everything is standing nice and tall. I'm expecting a big crop on these this year. Our cole crops look phenomenal. I'm excited for sauerkraut.
With pork and mashed potatoes?
Huh? Joel, cool down. You're too hot. The best part about sitting in the middle is you don't need to move. Everything gets brought right to you.
Stinking spoiled little rat.
Yep, that's why I only show up here on camera days.
We just ran out of room up here, so now we're gonna move down to the bottom side of the mulch. All the cole crops look great. It's on the bottom side of the mulch. It's just this little corner piece of land. We weren't putting mulch in there because of our drip tape that we're gonna have to connect. So we're just gonna fill this in with cabbage. Some people ask what we do with all these old pieces that we have. We'll usually keep them and then use them again for next year. We got 2 rows of cabbage planted down here, and all we have left is 4 separate trays to use, and then we'll be done with cabbage.
What kind of cabbage is this? Blue Vantage.
I had to guess it was probably Blue Vantage, because that's what we plant for people.
Before we're done with the mechanical transplanter, we have to plant some more herbs.
It looks like we have flat leaf parsley, curly, and I see basil on there.
So you take them and you kind of just set them right in here, and it like pinches, and then puts them in the ground. So then we're going to curly, right?
Yes. The guy who normally sits in this seat had to go feed horses, so now who's gonna be the new lefty?
I'm not gonna be the new lefty. I'm right-handed.
I'll be the new lefty for now, just for now.
What do you do with these trays when you're done?
I take my first tray and then stack it up on top here, and then I'll just keep stacking trays up on top.
Love you.
Till it's out of my way. Hopefully he'll go slower.
Because I ain't a professional.
You're a professional, you're in the right-handed seat. I'm the one who's got to plant lefty. So right now the variety of pepper we're planting, it's a bell pepper called Revolution. Now we plant 3 different varieties of bell pepper. We plant Revolution, Vanguard, and King Arthur. Now the reason why we plant 3 different varieties of bell, because these are all a bell pepper that turns from green to red, and they're different day variety. So I believe it's the King Arthur changes over sooner than the others. So we're trying to get earlier red peppers, and then we'll have the green bell and the red bell, and then we'll have some switching in between. We just finished getting those peppers planted. We hadn't planned to plant peppers today, but we figured it was such a nice day, we might as well finish off those older bell peppers and just finish out the row. So we just put a 72-inch wheel on the planter. We have it lined up with the hitch of the tractor to make sure it's straight. Now we're gonna be planting pumpkins with this. Last year we planted some large pumpkins and we saved the seeds from them, and this is what we have. We're gonna take these back and plant them. We've got our 72-inch wheel on, so we're good to go. We got our first row of large pumpkins planted. I think we're just gonna plant the rest of them because we only have a few more plants.
If you couldn't tell, it's bumpy out here.
It gets a little hectic during the day here. Sometimes I forget that people did certain jobs.
Hey.
Today, Matt went and picked up a new calf from one of the local dairies. We moved one of the calf hutches out here for her to sleep in. But yeah, Matthew ran and did that today, and I forgot to mention it to you guys.
Did you subscribe yet?
We're having open-faced turkey sandwiches, mashed potatoes, asparagus, and red beets.
I got my pants, but I can't find no ice.
Alrighty guys, so we're gonna get ready to sit down for dinner. That means this is where we're gonna end the video. I wanna thank everyone for watching. I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.